Discovery video number 9. I'm here on the home page. I'm going to log into the free area. I'm going to take a look at the preferred race listings. Here I am in the free area. Click on view all Discovery videos, link or banner, or you can click up there on the button, big red arrow. Now in these races, which I call value odds and overlay preferred races, through my 16 years of studying and research, I've come to find out that these races, in these conditions, there are much better than average chance on getting a high odds value, a high price value odds winner or overlay winner. So I concentrate on these. And first up, starter allowance races. It'll say ALW, the amount. It has to have a little letter S at the end for it to be a starter allowance race. All other allowance races are not preferred. All grade 3 races and non-graded stakes, it's just this non-graded stakes will have a name of the stake, the purse. Grade 3 will say G3. Grade 1, grade 2, not preferred. All maiden claiming races, highly rated 4 stars. And the race we're looking at in this video is one of those. Maiden special weight, claiming races with a condition. It'll say CLM, the claiming price, and then some numbers and letters to the right, which indicates the condition of the claiming race. Bottom and low level claiming races. All races run on the turf, and all races run on a track labeled anything but fast. So what we have here at Aqueduct, we have a maiden claiming 16,000. This is a highly rated 4-star race. Once I see there's a race that I'm interested in looking into for value, I look for the value odds horse, and there's only one here, and that makes my job a lot easier when there's only one value odds horse in a 4-star preferred race, because then there's, it just everything is a lot easier when there's one to deal with. But number 8, Meyer Lansky. I wonder where they got that name from, as if I didn't know. Kind of a weird spelling, and they combined it into one word. Meyer Lansky. That's clever. But this is an A&E's gangster tribute, so we'll get on with horse racing here. Value odds. Now, if I'm going to be interested in betting this horse, I need to know the odds near post time. That's the bottom line, as they say. Here were the odds near post time, and as you can see, Meyer Lansky was quite the overlay, much the best in of all the horses in Group A here. Now, if you cannot be watching the race live or see the odds near post time, and you have to bet in advance, you should really consider going with a account wagering company that offers conditional wagering. You probably already do. If you do use an account wagering service in the United States, and that's totally, absolutely recommended, because all monies bet into the U.S. Wagering accounts gets put into the general pool, into the mutual pool, and that's the money that's distributed to the horsemen and distributed by purse money. So I really discourage betting overseas unless you're in one of those back-assward states. I think there's like 4 states in the United States only that don't allow internet wagering on horses. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, but if you're in one of those states, I urge you to write your congressman. But for the most part, most of us have access to internet wagering on horses because it's totally legal. It's been legal for longer than I've been around, and So, I mean, it's your only really legalized form of gambling. But Twin Spires is the company I use on conditional wagering, and this is where I can, conditional wagering allows me to set a minimum odds requirement for my bet to be placed. So in other words, I would say, okay, I want to bet the 8, Meyer Lansky, if his odds are a minimum of 10 to 1 or higher near post time. And then, of course, the computer will check the odds when minutes to post is 0, and whatever the odds are at that time will determine whether your bet is placed. Okay? This is so that you don't get bet in advance and have your horse get bet down, because I do not bet value odds horses in single-digit odds. I just don't like to do it. The whole purpose of value odds horses is value in the odds. So I certainly don't want a value odds horse at 6 to 1 or something similar to that. And I also find out that these horses, these value odds horses that get bet down, don't win as often as you would think they would. It seems like the higher odds value odds horses do much better. The ones that are going off between like 12 to 1 and 20 to 1, that seems to be the majority, the bulk majority of the winners. But alright, so that takes care of that if you have to bet in advance. But obviously we could see here 20 to 1 huge overlay on the 8 horse. True odds 3.5 to 1, which is 7 to 2. We list our true odds in odds to $1. So 3.5 to 1 is the same as 7 to 2 on the tote board. Okay. Now, okay, so I'm interested in Meyer Lansky because of the odds. I then take a look and see what the horse has got going on, because I like to know a little research history on the horse. I want to know the story of the horse and what's going on with the horse. Okay, first of all, I see a couple of really good things here right off the bat. Value odds with late and value odds with total pace. Those are two very potent angles from the 36 proven winning overlay angles, the ebook there on the free page. We'll scroll down to angle 10, and angle 10 is the value odds angle. And here's the important part I have highlighted in green. There are 5 certain other icons that, when listed on a value odds horse, have proven to be very potent. Pace, final time, par, late pace, total pace, and our horse here has 2 of these. So 2 very potent combinations there. Also, we have the blue and white successful trainer pattern icon. Now, if we would like to know exactly what that pattern is, we need to look at the diamond report. The report we're looking at here is the Quick F Plus report. This is the report I use, and I refer to the diamond report when I need more information. Okay, so on the member page, I'd click on the diamond report, and I have this all highlighted in advance for you. But it's easy to see which comment goes with which. As you can see here, I've highlighted in orange. Trainer does very well with those making their first start in this barn. So in other words, this horse is new to the Steve Jerkins barn, and Steve Jerkins over the years has done very well with horses, whether they're claimed and entering in the barn that way, or bought outright, or somehow just switching trainers, the owner switches, whatever the case may be. Horses that are new to the Steve Jerkins barn have always done well, and that is a stat that I can remember years and years and years ago. So, and it's a very special talent that he has. You know, he seems to have a knack for knowing what a horse needs. Some horses just need a little tweaking, and because obviously these are maiden claimers, they haven't figured out how to win yet. But Steve Jerkins seems to have that knack of knowing, you know, just what the horse needs. It could be a simple thing as a change in the feed. It could be a simple thing as a change in the shoes, some kind of equipment change. It could be some kind of change in the way the horse works out and trains. Whatever the case may be, he seems to know what each horse needs, and they make a big improvement. So that to me is, whenever I see Steve Jerkins and I see the trainer angle and I see that it's that one, I have a lot of confidence in that. Okay, so needless to say, at 20-1, that was our decision-making factor there. I've listed reasons why the story of this horse is pretty good. Now, why did the betting public not bet this horse? Very simple. The betting public looks at what the horse did last time out, maybe the last 2 or 3 times out. Hasn't done much. 8 out of 11 last time out, which was 21 days ago. And previous to that, didn't run well on the turf. Previous to that, was back in Belmont. Prior to the Saratoga meet, didn't run well there. Now, this does not concern me, because even though the betting public says, okay, 3 weeks ago he ran 8 out of 11, nothing encouraging there. However, if you were to know that the horse had changed barns to Steve Jerkins, and that he was a master at making subtle changes in horses and having them do incredible improvements, I think that the majority of the betting public was not aware of that. Okay, which is safe to say, because most of the betting public is very much, what's the speed rating, where did it finish last, what finish position did it end up in last race, and they're very simple in where they send their money. And this is great for us, for those of us that get to look at a report like this, in which it tells a complete story, the complete accurate story of a horse. We are able to see horses that are 20-1, and we go, okay, this is definitely a must bet here. So as far as the betting is concerned, let's get on to that. $10 to win to start things off. Even if we're going to make exotic wagers, we must get the win bet in first. We certainly don't want to have a 20-1 shot and somehow only be holding a trifecta ticket that doesn't cash. Although our strategy did cash here, but we just want to avoid that by putting the win bet down first before anything else. And some players only bet to win, which is fine. Some players only bet to win and the exacta, which is fine. But no matter what you do, no matter how you play it, make sure we get the win bet in. And for the videos, I go $10 to win. Next in line would be an exacta wager. I wheel my exacta. So with my key horse on top, it would be a $2 8-all exacta. Okay? Daily double. This is a rolling double. So you want to have, you want to make sure that you got your double coming in and going out. I wheel daily double. So you have the exacta wheel and the daily double wheel. Okay, and the reason I wheel these is because I frequently get some nice price horses to go along with them, to go along with my nice price horse, and then you're talking about some really nice payoffs, exotic payoffs. Now the trifecta wager is as follows. We're going to key the 1 on top. Excuse me. In the first position, we're going to key the 8 on top, all by himself. Second position, we're going to put the 1, 6, 7, 11. That represents the rest of Group A and the top horse in Group B. And then we're going to go all for third, and then 10-cent super. There is no super in this race. Not enough horses. Okay. But if it was a 10-cent super, we'd go all for fourth there too. All right, now the only thing left is your pick 3s and pick 4s. But basically, I have a very simple strategy. When I see a horse like this, when you see a special race and a special horse with a lot of good things going on, this is the horse you want to single. Okay. Absolutely, positively, what you're doing is you're singling a horse that's most likely going to go off at high odds. And you're going to play the Group A horses in the other two races of the pick three. And that's it. That's simple. The Group A horses, and your 8 is your single. Now, starting in the first race, we had no value odds horse. Oh yeah, there was one there. A fourth pick. Okay, so you had a fourth pick value odds horse there. Then you had a second pick value odds horse here, first time starter, so not much going on. And then obviously the third race we have Meyer Lansky with a whole bunch of things going on. So in this situation, if I'm establishing a single in the pick three, you want to go with the highest ranked. Now the 8 is ranked second at 12-1. And the 8 here is also ranked second at 12-1. So as far as making a decision on who to single in the pick three, you can do a matrix in which you would go not all, but Group A, 8, Group A, and then back that up with a Group A with 8. If you wanted to do the matrix. But what I do, and it works out very well, is when I have two horses that are ranked exactly the same and with the same odds, I like to see what else is going on with that horse. Okay? A lot of times that'll make the decision for me. Obviously, this one had more going on. But that's how you come up with the single in your pick threes, and then you just play the Group A horses in the other two races. Okay? Well, that was that. And although the betting public didn't expect much from Meyer Lansky, he did win very well. Nice run line. Broke slow, but it was a 7-furlong race. He had plenty of time on the outside post to relax, and he got the job done. 18 final odds, a little over 18-1. 38.80 on the Win Mutual, and actually everything paid pretty good considering the favorite ran second and the second favorite ran third. Exacta was 207.50, and then we also caught the 876 8-7, so we caught that trifecta there. It actually paid pretty good considering the two favorites ran second and third. But the big payoffs were in the pick threes, and we had a couple of in the daily double there was another. Remember, I like to wheel doubles because very often I'll catch another price horse along with my price horse, and I'll get a good double. But here's all your payouts: $194. Back on your $10 win bet. The exacta, like I showed you there, $207.50. A dollar trifecta, $440.50. A nice daily double, really nice, $1,150. And the other one paid $141.50 on the rolling doubles. And then two really nice pick threes. Like I showed you, you can play them in the matrix, or you can do what I do and narrow it down to one. 11,000, but 1,100 or 1,125.50, and then the other one paid 2,505.50. And all we do simply is key a single or value odd single horse, and we play the Group A horses in the other two races. That's it. Our simple strategy works. That's why I used it. I tested complex strategies and simple strategies, and over the years and decade and a half, I have come to find out that this is the easiest, simplest way to get from A to Z. Meaning, we want to cash a lot of tickets, we want to cash big tickets, we want to make a long-term profit. $5,764 total return on that one. Now you got your handicapping, you got your proven wagering strategies, And the last thing that I'm going to talk about is the third essential part if you're looking to make a long-term profit in this game, and that's bankroll management. Whatever your bankroll is whatever you set aside for horse racing. Okay, that is your bankroll. Of that bankroll, you want to bet a maximum percentage, establish a maximum percentage of that bankroll that you will wager on any given race that you participate in, and hopefully you're following the 4-star preferred races like I do and things like that. But the percentage, is up to you. But I suggest 1 to 2% if you want to be almost guaranteed never to blow your bankroll. Okay, if you bet a maximum of 1 to 2% of your bankroll per race that you participate in for each one, the odds are you'll never blow your bank, bust the bank, tap out the bank, etc., etc. Okay? Now, bankroll management, whether you go with 1%, 2%, or whatever, it has to be an essential part. It's part of the three-pronged attack as far as handicap, improving wagering strategies, and bankroll management. Think of it as like a bicycle. If you took one wheel off your bicycle, it's gonna be impossible to ride. If you took the handlebars off the bicycle, you're really gonna have a tough time. But it's like you can't take an essential part away and expect to get where you want to be. So or take the seat off the bike, you're going to have a hard time with that, getting from A to Z. So, that's the way I look at it. Take a wheel off a bike, take the one part, or the handlebars, take one part off the bike, and it makes a big difference. It actually makes a difference of whether you're going to be a profitable horse player or not. So, handicapping, proven wagering strategies, and bankroll management will get you on the road to long-term profit as a horse player. Okay? All right, good video. Thank you very much for viewing. Good luck with all your bets.